welcome your first fighter out of the blue corner, fighting out of Atlantic MMA. This is your kickboxing 35-pound weight class, standing at 4 foot, 5 foot 4 inches tall. Please welcome T. Yang.
In the words of the Black Eyed Peas, let's get it started. As the adult card for Fight For It 12 kicks off here in Gaffney with T. Yang, and an established Fight For It veteran making his way to the cage once again.
I just saw him in the back, knocking out the pad work. He looked pretty good back there.
He is 0-4. Now, let's not sugarcoat this. He's an 0-4 fighter, but every fight I've seen this guy in has been entertaining, very entertaining, and he likes to throw down.
Yeah, I've only remember one fight where he was actually stopped. And the thing about this is that he's fought bigger guys. And
yeah.
He's durable. And I was able to talk to his opponent, Burwell, in the back. Asked him if he knew anything about T. Yang, and he said he didn't know. And a lot of these fighters that are new to Fight For It, they're like, they don't even care. They're like, hey, I'm going to fight.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner.
He's a traditional
East Coast fighter, please
Richmond.
welcome Nathaniel the Butcher Burwell.
And out of ECF, that East Coast fighter team, Burwell walking out.
It's been a while since I've seen East Coast fighter do anything.
To Can't Tell Me Nothing. And that is definitely the attitude these two guys had coming into this fight when they agreed to do no headgear. For these two guys to have the records that they do, the experience that they do, and say, yeah, we don't need the headgear, that's a G move right there.
Right. I think Burwell's one of those same guys you were talking about earlier. He may not have fought kickboxing, but he's got other athletic endeavors that he comes from, point fighting, tournaments, and things of that nature. So I expected him to be very well qualified to fight this fight against T. Yang. And he has the height advantage and the reach advantage.
Here in the middle of the ring with Dale Fry, the human reffing machine. T. Yang.
Look at T. I guess he's tapping into his peaceful warrior side with all the hugs. Yang in the blue, Burwell in the red.
Yes, sir. And already you see when these two guys are in front of each other, huge height and reach advantage for Burwell.
Good cross.
You know, Yang's out of that that Atlantic MMA corner. I don't know how frequently he is there, but he has always fought representing them. A little low, but both fighters seem to shake it off.
Woo. Yang is not playing around.
Yang's throwing a lot more volume than I normally see him throw. He's normally a slow starter, but he's coming out strong here. Oh, big hit! He leaves him. Oh, that was huge. I've never seen T. Yang land a shot that clean.
I tell you what, Burwell keeps waiting like this. You won't have to wait long to get some sleep.
Hey, let me tell you, I've seen Dale ref enough fights to know you're going to have to flatline this guy to get Dale to call it off. Josh Crouch in the corner with the advice, one of the best cornermen you can ask for. One of the most involved, one of the most loud, one of the most apt coaches. Man, Yang.
Burwell standing too tall with his head up.
Yeah, but, you know, he has really shook off that shot. That was a big shot he took, and he shook it off well, and he's in this fight again.
But still behind.
Yeah, after a knockdown like that, you're going to be behind the whole round, right? You want to just try to, like, stay in the round, like you were saying about Abby Hawk.
Get it to the next round. Don't try to get everything back. Just stay alive. Don't let this guy overwhelm you. Get it to the next round. You'll be all right.
Yeah, now I have seen T. Yang also get tired in previous fights as well when he was, cornered by the great Rick Davis.
And it will serve Burwell to start chopping the leg down a little bit instead of going up high.
And he has taken some big shots from Yang.
Yes.
And this will be the end of the first round.
You got to give Yang something to think about.
Yeah, definitely. He did.
Chop those legs.
Huge knockdown from Yang in that opening round.
I guarantee you that another fighter will never be able to hug Burwell after that.
he'll never fall for that one again.
He'll never fall for that one again.
Friendship Yang is a mythical fighter.
Let's do these 6 minutes and then we can hug. This is not the Kung Fu movie where you drink tea and then you fight. This is not that movie. It's amazing the lessons that fighters learn are so subtle.
Yeah.
These small little details.
And how they, like if they listen to a fight or they listen to a song before a fight and then they win the fight, they're listening to that song every fight. They build rituals
That's
around
their
things like
favorite
this.
song now.
Yeah, they build rituals around little things like that. Like, I'll never have another guy hug me because I lost one time when a guy hugged me.
Oh, I got knocked down.
Yeah.
Whether he wins or loses the fight, he'll remember that knockdown.
All right, so round 2. Let's see the adjustments from Burwell, the East Coast fighter.
He looks a little anxious. Let's see if he gets going with his longer
fighting,
tools.
I mean, you're fighting a guy with 4 fights in your first time out there. This guy, he might be 0-4, but he's been in there with some bangers, man. I mean, he's been in there with some good dudes.
Remember, one of the guys that he's fought is in the main event tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly the level this guy's on. Burwell's point fighting with his kicks. Yang is trying to take a tree down.
Yeah, he has to. Well, when you're the shorter and shorter reach guy, I mean, when you finally do get a chance to land, you've got to make it count. And T-Yang's done a great job of making it count when he is getting inside. Man, he keeps finding that overhand right somehow.
Everything.
And I think it's just because, like you said, his chin is just so high in the air. His head is so high in the air.
If Yang would throw those heavy punches, whether he lands it or not, and follow it up with leg kicks, he is going to do some serious damage tonight.
Yang is explosive too. Like he looks like he's like redefined his body since the last time we saw him out. Like he's got a lot more strength up top, and that's led to a lot more power. It looks like on these punches.
If he follows this up with leg kicks.
Oh wow! Wow! He hurt him bad.
Back to an uppercut.
He hurt him bad right there.
And keeping the pressure up. Just don't run into him.
He's got to. He's recognizing that he hurt him. All right, long clinch there, Dale. Long clinch.
Burwell doesn't have his feet back.
I mean, you can kind of see the different modalities and the different thoughts about the rule sets from different referees. Donnie Jessup, he stepped in there pretty instantly. Dale seems to be content to let these guys fight it out in the clinch a little bit longer.
Legs are still shaky. He's not back yet. He's not back yet. He's faking it. He's not back yet.
Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it after a shot like that. I'm very surprised he was able to, work in the clinch and defend himself at all. That was a big boy shot that he took.
He's a little bit stable now.
Rocked him again.
Ooh,
man, every single little shot Burwell lands, T-Yang responds with a huge banger of a blow.
It just takes it away from you.
Exactly, yeah, just that little bit of progress.
Of
and here's the big shot I was talking about earlier. Last closing seconds of the round. We heard it clean here. Boom! Nice. It was across the glove, but it sounded so loud.
He just begins that barrage right there.
That was a big one, too. Yeah, so T-Yang finding less success than he did in that first round, obviously with that big knockdown. But if I'm a judge, I'm looking at that round. I'm thinking Yang landed a little bit more shots and the more meaningful shots.
I'm liking Yang just because of the change-up from what we've seen in the past. He's fighting.
This is a different guy.
Exactly.
Different T-Yang.
Exactly, and that's what this sport's all about at this stage. Seeing these guys grow, because I wouldn't want to watch this guy on the UFC who's still fighting like he was last year. I want to see a guy grow progressively every year. Every time he's up and back, see him grow. And that's how you become invested. That's why I was invested with Brian Battle, because I watched some of his early fights and I watched him progress and progress and progress. And that's what I want to see at these type of shows. The guys who are willing to be different, be more than what they started out as.
After a several years-long journey to this point, it looks like T-Yang could be 2 minutes from his first win in the kickboxing realm.
As long as he makes no mistakes.
We'll see.
Burwell does have a decent clinch. He was spotty in certain moments, but if he goes to it, it's not bad at all.
Big shots from Yang again.
Yes. Yang's not going to let him clinch anymore. I think Yang even knows it. That's why you see the punches come from up and under.
Dale's really letting this go as far as the clinch goes. Really letting these guys fight it out in the clinch, which I like. T-Yang, 2 check kicks in a row. He's looking low and swinging high. He's doing the little fake out with the eyes, you know? Oh, big shots from Yang again.
Back to the clinch for Burwell. Nice. Nice throw. When they walk toward one another is when Yang should let go of that leg kick.
And Burwell's coming in with those knees to the body. That seems to be the strategy here. And, you know, we've seen Phil Kratz and guys with that build have a lot of success there, and it's finally slowing Yang down. That was a big shot. Now Burwell's finally finding some comfortability in this fight. Yang's got to respond
Burwell
here.
is back in this fight.
Oh, goes for a spinning back kick after seeing Dakota Gray be successful. He was like, let me see if I can get one of my own. Comes up a little short. Yang now looks tired, and he's hurt. Comes back with a big overhand. What a fight so far. This has been a banger, ladies and gentlemen. 30 seconds left. Let's see what happens between these two warriors.
Again. On the attack, on the
barrage. Oh, wow, Yang firing back. He's taking so many shots.
Yes. 3 unanswered, 4 unanswered. Then we finally get an answer from Yang. 1 unanswered.
15 seconds.
Yang comes back big. Good knee from Burwell.
Yang finally starting to lose steam.
Head kick.
The body head kick responded to by another overhand. More overhands from
Outstanding,
Yang.
young men. Outstanding,
Whoa, outstanding fight between those two guys. Holy moly. I think we might have a victory for T. Yang finally.
It might be a split.
It's going to depend on how you saw that second round. That second round was certainly a little bit closer than the third.
I got it 2-1 Yang.
I have it 2-1 Yang also, but you never know how these judges are going to shake it out.
Outstanding.
And really, in a fight like that, there is no loser.
Burwell composed himself, got his legs under him, brought his hands up, and somehow, whether the coach told him or he made the natural adjustment, he realized the clinch was working for him. He was able to get into the clinch, slow Yang down, and then unleash his own attack. Outstanding work. Good appreciation from both men. We wait for the judge's decision.
All right, fighters, to the center of the ring. As we go to the judges' scorecard, your fighter out of the blue corner, T. Yang!
After
Atlantic MMA.
Fight for it shows, after so many failed chances to get that one, T. Yang back in it at last with a victory in the 1 column.
Hell of a fight. Hats off to Nathaniel Burwell, also out of East Coast fighter.
He didn't get that knockdown in the first, it would have been a lot closer.
I agree, but that knockdown was a big one.
Yes.
That is about as definitive a knockout as you can get, or a knockdown as you can get. And it really set the tone for that whole fight, and Burwell didn't start to find his way back into it until the last minute or so.